Look at this thing. Sexy.
Hmm?
I think it's pronounced SADEV.
That was a good one, Brian. That was a good one. You guys don't understand what this means. You guys don't get it. They know. They know. He's excited.
Well, I asked him if he was Santa Claus.
He's gonna be today. It's happening.
It's Christmas
It's
time.
happening.
You want to give Connor the camera? No offense, Connor. That's not bad. All right, go over there. We'll set it right somewhere over there. Right here.
I was gonna say, I kind of figured this was gonna be a lot heavier.
I did too.
Zoom in on that or give Mitch the camera. Whoa. We got to sign in?
SADEV. Oh boy. I was about to say this could be the opportunity where we completely butcher their name. So I hope we're saying SADEV correctly. It is French. We want to make sure we are saying it correctly.
SADEV.
Yeah, I have no idea. I have no idea. But it's finally here.
Yes.
Yes. Yep. Well, first you get to see that beauty right there, but I think we've been really waiting to see this thing. Are you excited? How are you not like jumping up with joy? You're a kid on Christmas. This is the gearbox you've been waiting for.
What did I just tell you to do so we don't die this weekend? Yeah, I'm freaking out for logistics. So Mitch is gonna go to town for me while I'm doing this.
Yeah.
So we can have Argon build a car this weekend.
Yeah.
Like, whoa, we got to build a car all of a sudden. We're not just waiting on everybody else.
Yeah. Now it's. I've said it numerous times. I know he said it numerous times. This is really crunch time. Things are gonna get spicy. And I was really quite surprised when we got this off the truck. I mean, it's not light, but it's definitely not as heavy as I thought it was going to be. And that's, I guess, what you get when you go with real-time engineering,
Whoa, look
eh?
at this. We got some stickers.
Nice.
Gear ratios.
We're all excited to see this thing.
Whoa.
Oh, baby.
It's in one piece.
There we go.
Oh, cool. It gave us a shifter. Oh, axle things. Nice. Okay.
Look at
There it
this
is.
thing. Sexy.
Hmm?
I think it's pronounced SADEV.
That was a good one, Brian. That was a good one.
French. It might be.
Might
be French for sexy.
we were saying that earlier. We were like, we really hope we're pronouncing this correctly. This thing is just so wild. It's a little dark. Hold on. There it is. Jeez. Does Cody's CAD parts work?
Well, these are Nathan's CAD parts.
Okay.
Because my CAD parts would not work. Like where it go.
Yeah.
Seems to be. 2017, we ran, well, and before that, we ran a standard 996 CV, like Porsche axle.
Yeah.
Basically, we ran over 700, it was over 800 foot-pounds at the wheels through that gearbox, through those axles. In the design phase, SADEV is like, you can't run that CV at the power you're saying because you're going to break the CV. But then they only rate their gearbox at like 500 foot-pounds or something. I believe this is a 31 spline, whereas the other ones are only like a 27 spline. So in other words, we didn't break the one that they said we would break at way more power than what this is rated for, which tells me this will take way more than what they said.
Well, is it kind of like a,
They're just being
CYA?
super conservative.
Yeah. Just make sure you cover your assets. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's hard.
He already broke it.
No. Got it. Okay. 2. Oh, maybe. 3. 4. 5. 6. It does feel, there's definitely some heavy gears in there, so it makes me feel happy.
Well, so guys, if you want to know what a $30,000 gearbox looks like, there it is.
Yeah, that could be your next TikTok.
That is exactly going to be my next TikTok.
We gotta make it to that first.
Okay.
A few moments later.
All right, so he's been busy at work while I've been running some errands. What have you been doing?
Getting this thing ready for dry sump pan. Let's get it on. Oh, that's why. That's not the right size bolt.
Oops.
Like, why would I go in the hole? That's okay, we don't need all the bolt holes. So this thing is sweet.
What you guys obviously saw from the last video, Cody went to Steve Morris Race Engines, not too far from us, only about an hour and 20 minutes away, hour and 10 minutes away. Super cool because obviously they're the ones working with SUPERCAR System. This is one of their LS3s, right? This is kind of, I think, just their quote unquote basic crate.
This is one of their crate engines. So what I've had to do, I've had to strip off all the accessories, all the wet sump. You can see the oil pan there.
Yep.
Because that won't work. So this car is going to pull like 4 Gs sustained. So anything that's loose will be completely sideways. So.
We don't want that.
Yeah, so dry sump it is, and then obviously weight distribution, center of gravity, all that stuff. So the next step's going to be joining the two.
Oh boy. It'll be so sick to finally see once all that's bolted together. Again, guys, this is actually just a mock-up engine. We won't be able to use this for...
Well, we could. We could actually use it for, I mean, this thing will make all day long 700-800 horsepower with a little bit of boost. So
Oh, so we can't, we could.
we could. It had oil in it. I dropped the pan and almost put 10 quarts of oil on myself.
Oh,
Come help me.
I thought this was just like
No, this is
strictly for mock.
It's a good engine.
Okay.
So, but it's I have to do a couple things to actually let it run on dry sump. So
Gotcha.
I got to pull the front cover back off. Probably won't, but if we had to, like whatever, then we can.
You could.
But I don't think we're gonna. So.
All right. Well, so the fun fact, I was doing a little bit of research just because I kind of wanted to see what he was about. So again, basic, quote unquote basic crate LS3. I think it's good for like what? Would you just say 6, 7?
Well, yeah, we could throw a boost at it. It would make a lot. We wouldn't want to like race with it, but we could do some shakedown lap days, low boost stuff.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't be super valuable for data because it's only what 6 liters or something, and then
Yeah.
6.2, and then the big one's 7 liters. So
Yeah.
it'd be kind of not a waste of time, but kind of a waste of time.
I just thought it was funny they gave you a $15,000 quote unquote mock engine for you to use.
I had access to like 6 of them sitting there. This is just what they gave me. I feel bad about using like really good engines, so we'll do all our mock-up and get this one dusty, and then get all that stuff done, and then we'll swap in the pretty one for startup. So.
I'm down for that. So we'll let him get back to work and see you, or we'll check in a second. All right, let's see if this works.
Obviously there's no clutch in there. RPS is finishing up the clutch, so what we'll do is as soon as we get that, we will go through and test fit the clutch. So for now, my goal is over this weekend, it's Friday now, my goal is to have the rear wheels hanging off this. So we can do that now.
It's a lot of work, Cotton.
You know what we should do?
Huh.
We should dig out the scales.
Where?
Yeah. So you got an autoclave in the way, you know,
Yeah.
standard first world problems.
This is why we need shop space.
We need mega shop space.
Yep. I was about to say, I know you said you got some ideas when you were at Steve's place, so hopefully we might be able to put some of that to use.
Yeah, basically as much wide open space as we can get. So.
He seemed like he had like everything organized too, which was cool. It seemed like it was every place or everything had a spot.
It did. All right, so we got the whole drivetrain. It's a full engine, so there's rods, crank, all that crap in there. It's missing a couple things, but no clutch or flywheel. But that's pretty light. I think that's going to be like 11 pounds. So.
Yeah, thanks to RPS.
So I'm going to lower it down to the scales. Also, I've got the clevis suspension points on there, so it's not just bare transmission.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay, hold on before you guys see. What do you think? What's your guess?
600.
What's your guess, Brian?
525.
Brian is closest, 497.
Whoa! Yeah, that's just heavy.
Dude, that's light.
That's very light.
Wow.
So it's going to be, let's see, we got to get alternator, water pump, oil pumps on there, clutch, flywheel. So it's going to be 550 for full drivetrain. That is redonkulous, actually.
What's going to be the weight difference like when you actually have a turbo on this thing?
Oh, a turbo's going to add 35 pounds each turbo.
Yeah.
So if I didn't cover that with Steve because I wanted to have a private discussion with him about it, but basically I wanted to run a single G42 1450. It's supposed to go to 1450 horsepower, but the problem is that the engine, being a 7-liter, it's blowing a hurricane through a straw. So literally it blows the wastegates open and efficiency drops, and it only makes 900 horsepower. Steve had that engine on the dyno before. It was making 750 foot-pounds all motor. With his engine dyno, he can run 0 boost. He can just crank up wastegate pressures and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
So he didn't actually feed any boost into it until about $5,000. And then from there, he started feeding boost into it. Well, I think he was about 12 pounds of boost. It made 8 1/4, and then it just, because it just ran out of efficiency. So the turbine housing was pretty small on that. We could step up. But basically, it's only going to do maybe 950. So we got to go to a bigger turbo or do twins, which I didn't want to do twins because the weight, it's not really more complex. It almost might be easier, but the weight alone. So I got to talk to Garrett. We might have to step up to like a GT55, 88, something huge, because that's going to be lighter than two even medium frame turbos. So
Yeah.
and we should be able to hit our power. So yeah, torque is our problem. And then yeah, so I guess still got to figure out the turbo situation. So as it is, I mean, we might end up running twin GT42s, twin G42s.
Jeez.
Because I have them. I just have to get another housing, and then we'll have a little more flexibility with those down the road for things I'll announce later. We can swap housings, turbine housings, and throw. So let's see what 50 pounds of boost does. Obviously, it won't be with the SADEV Gearbox.
But I think for mock-up purposes, and like you said, potentially if you want to use this engine for dynoing and stuff like that, I'm pretty excited to see it all together.
Yeah, so now we get to put it up in the car.
All right, Brian, what are your thoughts?
Me likey.
She purdy.
I am very excited to see, after seeing just, the mock-up engine, I'm excited to see what the actual engine's going to look like. So the gearbox looks awesome. Great job by SADEV. Yeah, it's coming together.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to interrupt. You know what's funny? So SADEV said the gearbox alone right here is 182 pounds. Look at the scale. So I almost have it exactly.
173.
So there's just the way I have the scales placed with everything. So we have a kind of weight distribution. So the engine's 300 something pounds right now. So
That's wild.
I know a J series is 294 pounds, 294 pounds. And then a K series is 250 pounds. So this is barely 50 pounds heavier than a little 4-cylinder. So I do have a method to my madness. All you people talking crud on big V8s, at least LS based stuff. I don't know what the billet block's usually a little bit heavier, but I mean, who cares?
Yeah.
Turn up the boost.
Well, and it's like I told you, it's like it's going to come to a point where like your power to weight ratio is already going to be over 1/1, so like it doesn't matter.
Nah, and 1/1, 1 pound per horsepower. I mean, with the engine that we're going to have, and with something I'll announce later, which you've already. Oh, we haven't had a video on the other box, have we?
No.
My Facebook friends have seen it.
Yes.
But we've got another box that will take the power, but I don't want to run it at Pikes Peak because it's a bit overkill, and we can't cool 2,000 horsepower up there, 3,000 horsepower up there. But on the street we can, and on the track we can.
I was about to say we've got some plans for that one.
Yeah, that'll be announced. That's going to be a collaboration project, collab project. So let's just say the Enviate will see title and insurance at some point soon. And lights and camera and action and a horn.
Don't forget the windshield wiper.
Oh, you know what? I can do an air horn. Because I'll have air shifting on board. What? Yep.
Cool. Well, I know you guys have a lot of work to do, so
We'll GoPro this.
we'll
So you
GoPro
can go
this.
home.
I got a lady nagging me, so
Oh, you're so not getting laid now.
she doesn't see these videos. It's fine. All right, so we'll let you guys get to it.
All right, cool.